Bench press. Bench press day. The bench press will help to develop upper body strength and power using your chest and triceps. But like any exercise, it only works if you do it the right way. And that way is the Buff Dude way. To perform, grab the bar with a slightly outside shoulder grip, making sure your forearms are in a vertical line. Here is what not to do while performing the bench press.
Start by grabbing the bar from the top pulley and stepping backwards a few feet. Next, bend your torso forward about 30 degrees at the waist. Your arms should be fully extended in front of you with a slight bend in your elbows.
Starting and ending position is just like that. My upper arms stay parallel with the floor. I'm forming a 90-degree angle with my upper arm, which means I don't want the dumbbells resting here, and you don't want them out here. Start and finish here. My core is tight because I'm going to be pressing weight up above my head. All right? I'm going to take these dumbbells up at the top, over my head, and I'm bringing them right back down to that start that I showed you. Slow and controlled. Over my head and back down. My abs are tight. Again, I'm supporting. I've got a lot of weight coming up over my head and back down. If you begin this exercise and you're new and this feels a little bit unstable, by all means, take a seat. You can do these seated.
Breathe out as you exert the force, which is forward. You don't want to fully extend like this and lock out your knees because you could potentially damage them. So what you want to do is come to a slight bend right here. Come back to 90 degrees. You don't want the weights to touch. So figure out how far back you need to go. 90-degree angle, push through your heels. 90-degree angle, push through your heels. And do not fully extend your legs. Breathe out as you exert the force.
Than you think, and it's really important to make sure that all of those are set properly for you so you don't have a bunch of discomfort and knee pain doing this. The backrest that I'm leaning against, that should adjust back and forth, and that will be determined by essentially how long your legs are. So make sure that that's set up properly. It's hard for me to explain. You can just see in the video about where my knees are compared to the end of that seat that I'm on, but you're gonna wanna mess with that and see what feels best for you. The next thing is the bar that is placed on the bottom of my shins. That's also going to adjust in and out. So make sure that that's resting just above your ankles. And then one more thing, when you're sitting in the seat, especially if you're using heavier weights, when you lift up with your legs, it's going to raise your butt up essentially.
You can start this exercise one of two ways. One way being holding the dumbbells in front of you like this, and then lifting up. Another way, just starting them off by your side and lifting them straight up like this. I like to start this way. It doesn't really matter which way you do start, just as long as while you're doing the exercise, you're keeping your shoulder blades pinched the whole time. And by that I mean not doing this. Keep it nice and tight, and keep your shoulder blades pinched. Now you keep your wrists straight, bend your knees a little bit, arch your back a little bit, keep your shoulder blades pinched, and you're going to breathe out as you exert the force. That means you're going to breathe out as you go up. So. And you bring the dumbbells up just above your neck, or where your chin is, and then bring them back down. Breathe out the way up. Come back down. Breathe out the way up. One more. Come down. Keep everything nice and tight. We're straight.
Keeping the torso stationary, pull the handles back towards your torso while keeping the arms close to it until you touch the abdominals. Breathe out as you perform that movement. At that point, you should be squeezing your back muscles hard. Hold that contraction for a second and slowly go back to the original position while breathing in. Repeat for the recommended amount of repetitions.
When you have too much weight, or what you might see at the gym oftentimes, are people doing this. What am I doing right here? I'm using momentum. I'm bouncing the weight up with my legs and my feet, and I'm not getting a good calf contraction, nor am I effectively working the muscle. So it's slow and controlled. Full range of motion. Down, coming up, squeeze. I do these anywhere from 15 to 20 reps. You can put heavier weight on here and do less reps. Just remember, full range of motion, up and squeeze, no bouncing. This is the seated calf raise, okay? Full range of motion, heels all the way down, coming up on that big toe, squeezing the calf, no bouncing the weight.